All right. Good morning, everybody. Like the title says, I'm going to show you how to be more efficient in WOR, save you time, save you money, so you guys can make the best builds suited to your playstyle. So, with that being said, let's hop right into it. Hey, good morning, Abandon. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing your support, Mac. Thank you guys. I don't know if you all caught my buddy Boneless Paul just finished streaming about an hour ago. All right. If you want to catch a lot of live action play in WOR, Boneless Paul streams for my time stream, which is EST, about 3 to 4 in the morning, or 3 to 5, or 4 to 5. So somewhere around there, you guys can catch him. So let me get right into about being efficient. At each tech level in the game, you will receive some gold and some diamonds. Okay, now the diamonds you see here, I've grinded all them recently after my last purchase. So I'm gonna tell you guys not to buy the lower level bots. Just unlock them with your gold. That's how you be efficient. And don't rush your upgrades. If you're not going to be on, pick a long upgrade, because items like this cost 2,500. You know, guys in the high leagues are still efficient with this, though you don't see this as much because it is a lower tier premium bot. Now you won't see, I have this, but you won't see that as much either, simply because some people don't want to add an extra heavy slot and sacrifice a light slot for it. Okay, but to me it doesn't matter. I know several different efficient setups for that. So as you're going through these lower tiers down here, do not use any of your diamonds to rush your upgrades, and don't excuse me, upgrade the bots. Upgrade weapons that will carry over well. So don't upgrade the volcano. Now you don't see this in the higher leagues much either, the MLRS, only because it's not that accurate. Okay, but what you will see in the higher leagues, you will see people still using their repair packs, still using their PPC, still using their speed boost, their shotguns, their titanium shields, even though the flamethrower, which is higher tier over here, is preferred over the shotgun builds, but I've seen guys still effectively use shotgun builds that they have been leveling since the beginning of the game. Now, so remember I was telling you not to upgrade your volcano or your BC-76, okay? Because when you get up in here, what is more efficient than the BC-76 is the BC-76M3, which is a 3-shot BC-76, and then you have the BC-150, which is like a beast. And here's the trade-off: the BC-76, 1.2 seconds, 610. Now, 1.2 seconds to reload, but you get a single shot. Now, 2.5 seconds, which is double the load time, but you get 3 shots. And this is why I talk about being more efficient. And of course, the damage is slightly higher too. So you get 3 shots. So you'll see the BC 76M3, the 3-barrel. You'll see the Ripper. You'll see the BC 150, which is just a monster cannon. The damage on it is phenomenal, but mind your reload. So to be efficient, only level those things that will carry well. The energy shield, will carry well. The nano repair will carry well. Flamethrowers. Um, a lot of people don't run the SS30 or the green laser, but I run them both. You know, I got bills with them, but that's what I'm trying to tell you, to be efficient, because there are certain items to even get to the next. And I helped Boneless Paul with this. I was telling him, man, you don't use it for rushes. You already got 1200. You can get your jetpack, man. And he had his jetpack way before me. And that's even though I had it open, I couldn't buy it because I did rushes. So that's why I try to tell people, don't be a me, learn from me. All right, on the American Tech tree. Now, I don't actively have my vulture in, and I already made the mistake of leveling my scout. But I'm gonna tell you, you're not gonna need to level that stuff. Um, of course, I could have bought the M35H, but I didn't because I bought the other one on the other tree, and I had to do the episode about vulture. That's what they gave me the money for. So I can't say whether or not the superiors carry well or not because I don't use them. But the MLRS carries well, but the Hellfire is better. So I use both. The M30 Tempest carries well. So I continue level that. Um, as far as the 155M, I would say don't level it because the railgun is better. Even though the damage look about the same, and this also uses an explosive shell. So when you um, have a near miss, they take a small amount of damage, and the reload looks the same. But I'm gonna tell you, it does not carry well because you are gonna miss most of your shots as compared to the railguns, because the railguns projectile speed is a lot better. When it comes to the ECB dome, the shield, that carries very well. Level that out. Now, the mine layer, as far as the mine layer and plasma, yes, they carry well. But if you're not, once you buy yours, don't level it. If you're playing it and you can't, it doesn't fit your play style, don't level it. So that's why I'm gonna tell you to be efficient. If that's not your, one of these two is not your play style, same thing goes for the saw and the hammer. If that's not your play style, don't bother leveling it. The same goes for the separator. If it doesn't fit your playstyle, don't level it. But it is a very good weapon. I use it myself. The EMP and the Predator both carry very well, so you want to keep leveling them. And if Big Rail ain't your style, then don't level it. But the Chasener carries very well. Keep leveling that. As far as your Jaeger, I mean, I still have one in my lineup only because I need a speedier bot, but with more slots than the Vulture and the Scout. So that's why I still have one in mind. But I would advise you not to level your Jaeger. Um, and pretty much same thing goes for the Rock, even though I have one in. I'm using my M35 now, and I'll show you guys my setups in a minute. And I told you guys that the MLRS missile launcher carries well. It does, but it cannot outperform the Hellfire. So I still use mine because I have already leveled it. But if you want to take my advice, um, don't level that if you plan on if it if you plan on saving enough gold to buy two of these, all right, and then take your time leveling them afterwards, do it that way. Other than that, I'd buy one and then I'd buy one other, or I'd buy one and then I'd buy two more and put them on the 35H, so you can have something that a nice missile platform. And I just level that one, and then you'd have that one with two Hellfires. So that's another nasty setup or whatever. So I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna run through my setups right now. This is my Jaeger that's still in there. high risk, high reward setup. You notice I have no shields, but I am carrying two of these, two of the Tempest. I told you they have a long range. You just have to be accurate. Um, so these three weapons you have to be accurate with. The mine layer takes care of itself. But I would say strategically place your mines. This works very good for self-defense and offense. And also the harpoon, which has a very good reload for a heavy weapon at a 10-second clip, and it holds your target still, which makes it actually easier to hit them with the rocket launchers on the side, the Tempest. All right, now I figured gaining a lot more armor and losing a little bit of speed works better with a healing drone than using a little bit more speed and a lot less armor. So here we go with the plasma to slow them down to keep them in your range, because mind you, you're only doing 115, which is real good for a super heavy, but you got to deal with small guys. So we're using triple shields here and a healing drone. So trust me, this does very well. This does very well, which reminds me I need to put at least another level on my second shield, because this is, even though it's only frontal shielding, it'll stay up longer the higher level it is. So that's why I was telling you that it carries over well to whatever platform you're trying to run it on. So you keep leveling that. And this is why I said don't level bots, because I'm pulling this out for the level 9 version. So if I were to put any levels into this, it'd just be sitting somewhere, you know. So instead of running the shield, all right, I realized that the shield is not as effective on a slower mover like this one as it is on the smaller ones. So running one shield, if you plan on buying one of the smaller, fast, speedier ones like that premium one I showed you that I have, then that works better. But I'm not leveling this because I'm going to put in the heavy version, and I could put all this stuff that I already leveled. My healer's at level 4. And my resonator's at level 1. All that on the level 9 bot, which I will gain like 1500 health with the same exact speed. So I can run my different drones off of that, like healing drones, or that'll give me double healing. While that's not healing, I could just pop a drone out and still run this setup. I noticed that the double flamethrowers takes them down a lot faster because the flamethrowers do massive damage. Okay. And once again, I think you guys seen this setup already. I got the Ripper for self-protection, which can lay down a huge barrage of fire. While I have my reloader, and these are all high reload weapons. Every last weapon here is high reload. So that does that, and that's why I put a healer up there, because I need to put a reload in the mod slot instead of putting a repair module here at range. The repair pack, most ranged setups do well with the repair pack. That's why you see mine at level 3. That way you can open up a top slot instead of using a top healer. But because I want a constant barrage of these missiles, I want the reload pack on there, so I decided to level 1. And last but not least, I brought the rock back and put my other setup on it, simply because it's so far back, I don't need it with the repair drones. And here's what I was telling you about the MLRS and the Hellfire. So I already have one, but it's 1,000 plus. Okay, 1790. All right, that's the burn power on it. And this is, and notice they're the same level, 900. So it's a less direct damage, but look at the burn power on that, 3090. So the other one this has less direct damage and longer, more burning, and it's about 1,000 difference each way. So the other one is the opposite of this, but here's the kicker. This has 15 missiles as compared to 6, and it only takes 5 more seconds to reload. So, like I was saying about running the heavy with all 3, it would not be bad if you bought one of these early and decided to invest into it, and then later on buy 2 Hellfires, and then slap them both onto, all 3 of them onto a 35H as your missile platform, and then use your medium as your defensive go-to weapon. Alright guys, so I like keeping it short and sweet. I thank everybody for coming out. Thank you guys for showing some love. Like I said before, check out my man Hamid Khan. He puts out a lot of great content, and I appreciate if you go there, you leave him a like, and if you like the content that he puts out, then subscribe to the channel, please. Alright, and you will find all my favorite streamers right across the top of the banner on my channel if you're a new person catching this video. And good. Yeah, Mac, he did. But at the same time, there were other people shooting me at the same time. I mean, more than one. So, but that's the whole point about coming out and playing together. You guys have fun and you can crack jokes at each other and the whole nine. So everybody, I will see you out there, guys. And like I said before me, check out my man Boneless Paul. Check out my man Terra Road, the clan head. So Terra Road has his own channel too. Check him out. Leave a like, and if you enjoy the content that you see in his channel, please subscribe. Love, peace, happiness, and I will catch every last one of y'all out there, be it red or blue, on the battlefield.